Welcome to our channel, USA Coin Spot. This tiny dime could make you rich. Moneybag, check your change now. Top 1. If there's one thing people overlook every single day, it's the change in their pockets. We drop it into jars, we ignore it at the bottom of our bags, and sometimes we don't even bother to pick it up off the ground. But what if I told you that one of the smallest coins in the country, a dime, could be worth more than your entire wallet? What if I told you that a 10-cent piece from 2012, hiding inside a proof set, could be one of the most valuable coins you'll ever come across? Because this isn't just any dime. It's the 2012 Roosevelt dime from the US Mint proof set. And this coin, under the right conditions, has shocked collectors, surprised dealers, and turned everyday people into auction winners overnight. Now let's break this down, because there's a big difference between a regular 2012 dime and the one we're talking about today. Most dimes you find in change were made for circulation. They're scratched, dull, beat up from bouncing around cash registers and vending machines. But the Roosevelt dime in the 2012 US Mint proof set was struck with precision. These coins were never meant for general use. They were made specifically for collectors. They were minted in San Francisco, which you'll know by the S mint mark, and each one was struck with extra care using polished dies and specially prepared blanks. The result? A coin that looks like a mirror. A coin that doesn't just reflect light, it reflects value. The background is so shiny it can reflect your face, and the raised images are beautifully frosted with incredible detail. The torch, the olive branch, the oak leaves, all of it looks like it was sculpted under a microscope. And it kind of was. But here's the thing. Just because a coin came from a proof set doesn't mean it's valuable. It needs to be perfect. That means no scratches, no clouding, no spots, no blemishes of any kind. When these coins are submitted to professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC, they're graded on a scale of 1 to 70. The higher the number, the better the condition. And the ones that come back with a grade of PR 70 DCM, Proof 70 Deep Cameo, are the absolute top of the top. That grade means the coin is flawless. And flawless means rare. And rare means valuable. Now, imagine combining that perfect condition with a coin that also has an error, a rare die variety, or a minting anomaly like a doubled die or misplaced detail. That combination is the dream scenario. You're no longer looking at a simple collector coin. You're looking at a coin that buyers will fight for. The kind of coin that causes bidding wars at major auctions. The kind of coin that can turn a collector's heart rate into a drumbeat. But here's what makes this even more exciting. Most people who have these proof sets don't even realize what they're sitting on. The 2012 proof set may have been given as a gift, part of a subscription, inherited from a relative, or bought years ago and forgotten. It's sitting in a box, sealed in a drawer, collecting dust in a closet. And inside that plastic case is a dime that could be worth thousands, possibly tens of thousands, of dollars. But nobody checks. Nobody looks. Because nobody expects it to be more than just a coin. And that's exactly why you should not go find your 2012 US Mint proof set. Look at the dime. Flip it under bright light. Is the surface clean and mirrored? Are the details frosty and sharp? Is there any visible flaw? If it looks perfect, and I mean truly perfect, you need to consider sending it in for professional grading. But remember one rule: never clean the coin. Never try to polish it. Never wipe it with a cloth. Even the slightest touch can ruin the surface and erase thousands of dollars in potential value. The difference between a nice coin and a 5-figure payday is in the details. And that's what grading companies are trained to spot. Once your coin is graded, it will be sealed in a tamper-proof case with its grade displayed, and that's when the real excitement begins. Collectors are always on the lookout for high-grade Roosevelt dimes, especially from proof sets. And if your coin stands out as one of the finest known examples, you can be sure it won't sit quietly for long. Now here's the moment you've been waiting for. Some examples of the 2012 S Roosevelt dime from US Mint proof sets, in absolutely perfect PR 70 Deep Cameo condition, have sold for as much as $2,700. That's right. $2,700 for a 10-cent coin. But that's not the top of the ladder. Because when you factor in rarity, condition, market demand, and even potential mint errors, the price only climbs higher. One of the most pristine, top-graded, collector-grade examples of the 2012 Roosevelt dime has reached an incredible auction price of $55,000. Yes, $55,000. For a single dime. And it wasn't made of gold. It wasn't ancient. It wasn't a one-of-a-kind historic relic. It was a 2012 proof coin that someone, somewhere, had sitting in a case just like yours. So ask yourself, do you have it? It might be hiding in plain sight. Waiting in a forgotten proof set. Sleeping inside a box that hasn't been opened in years. But today could be the day you find it, and flip your luck with a 10-cent piece that's secretly worth more than your monthly income. Go check. You might just be holding a small coin, with a massive payout. Top 2. Every now and then, something small becomes something massive. Something ordinary turns out to be extraordinary. And in the world of coins, no example proves this better than the Roosevelt dime from the year 2000, a coin you might already own, tucked inside a forgotten U.S. mint proof set, quietly waiting to reveal its true value. Imagine a single 10-cent piece sitting in a plastic case for years. Maybe it was a birthday gift. Maybe you picked it up from a coin show. Maybe it came from a family collection that nobody paid much attention to. But what if that one little dime, just a sliver of copper and nickel, was actually a jackpot in disguise? Most people never think twice about dimes. They're just change. Small, forgettable, easy to lose. But the 2000 Roosevelt dime from the official proof set isn't like the ones rattling around in your glove box. This one was made differently. This one was never meant for everyday use. The U.S. mint proof sets are crafted with a level of care and precision that far exceeds regular coin production. Each coin is struck using specially polished dies and carefully treated planchets. They're struck multiple times, slowly and precisely, which results in coins that look more like miniature works of art than pocket change. The finish is stunning, a deep, glossy mirror surface that reflects light like polished glass, combined with frosted, sharp details that practically jump out of the coin. The 2000 Roosevelt dime in the proof set proudly carries the S mint mark, showing it was struck in San Francisco, the home of some of the finest proof coins ever made. And while thousands of these proof sets were released to the public, only a tiny fraction of these dimes meet the standard that collectors truly desire. See, not all proof coins are equal. A coin can come from the same set, the same press, the same mint, and still not be perfect. That's where grading comes in. When a 2000 Roosevelt dime is sent to professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC, it's inspected under high magnification, judged under strict lighting, and examined for even the smallest flaw. A scratch. A spot. A blur in the frosting. If even one tiny imperfection is found, it lowers the grade, but a rare few pass the test. These are the coins that receive the coveted PR 70 deep cameo grade, absolute perfection. No marks. No haze. No scuffs. Just crisp, frosted designs over a jet black mirror surface. And when a coin gets that grade, everything changes. Collectors go wild for coins in this condition, especially from popular modern sets. Because not only are they beautiful, they're rare. The number of surviving examples in perfect condition is tiny. And when demand is high and supply is low, prices soar. Now let's take it one step further. Imagine finding a 2000 Roosevelt dime that's not only in flawless PR 70 DCM condition, but also features a mint error. A doubled die, a shifted design, a die gouge, a repunched mint mark. Any of these small anomalies can take a valuable coin and launch it into another level of rarity. Proof coins with mint errors are extremely scarce, and when one is confirmed, it's not just a collector's item, it's a trophy. Here's the real kicker. These coins aren't locked away in museums. They're not all sitting in the hands of millionaires or inside hidden vaults. Many of them are still out there, sealed in proof sets that people haven't opened in years. Coins that have never been touched, never been graded, never been appreciated for what they truly are, and that means you could have one. Right now, That 2000 proof set sitting in your drawer? That little dime inside the plastic case you barely looked at. It might be one of the few coins that slipped through the cracks. A perfect, untouched example that could change your day in the most unexpected way. So, how do you check? First, handle the proof set carefully. Never remove the coin from its original case unless you're sending it in for grading. Look closely at the dime. Does the surface reflect like a mirror? Are the raised parts, Roosevelt's portrait, the torch, the olive and oak branches, frosted and clean? No scratches, no marks, no cloudy spots? If your answer is yes, you might just be holding a very special coin. And your next step should be to submit it to a trusted grading company. Let the professionals certify its grade, encapsulate it, and officially document its perfection. Once that happens, you're no longer guessing. You're holding something with real, measurable, verified value. And here's where the story gets truly exciting. Some examples of the 2000s Roosevelt dime from US Mint proof sets, graded a perfect PR 70 DCM, have already made waves in the collecting world. At auctions, these small coins, once dismissed as pocket change, have sold for as much as $2,700. That's right, $2,700 for a dime. But that's not the limit. In a few truly remarkable cases, where the coin's condition was unbeatable and collector demand went through the roof, prices soared to an astonishing $59,000. Yes, $59,000 for a 10-cent coin. And that, right there, is why collectors keep searching. Why proof sets keep getting opened. Why everyday people become treasure hunters. Because behind the plastic of an old coin case, hidden in plain sight, there just might be a Roosevelt dime from the year 2000 that's worth more than anyone ever imagined. Go check yours. Top 3. Imagine holding a coin so small, so seemingly ordinary, that you barely give it a second glance. But what if I told you this tiny 10-cent piece, the 1991 Roosevelt dime from an official US Mint proof set, could be hiding an unbelievable fortune right under your nose? This isn't just any dime, it's a collector's dream, a rare gem that could turn into your next big payday. Back in 1991, the US Mint produced a limited number of proof sets, coins struck with unmatched precision, designed for collectors who knew their true worth. Unlike everyday dimes tossed into pockets and cash registers, proof coins like this Roosevelt dime were struck multiple times with polished dies, resulting in an unparalleled mirror-like finish and frosted details that catch the light like a work of art. These dimes aren't just currency. They are small masterpieces made to last forever. The proof sets from 1991 bear the S Mint mark, a symbol that instantly tells collectors the coin came from the San Francisco Mint, renowned for producing some of the most exquisite coins in U.S. history. Yet, owning a 1991 Roosevelt proof dime is not enough. Its true value lies in its condition, its perfection. Coins are graded on a strict scale from 1 to 70 by expert companies like PCGS and NGC. A dime in flawless condition, free of scratches, discolorations, or blemishes, receives the coveted PR 70 Deep Cameo grade. Achieving this grade means your coin is as perfect as the day it was minted, with a glowing mirror background contrasted by beautifully frosted designs. It's this rare level of perfection that catapults a simple dime into the realm of priceless collectibles. Now, if you think all proof dimes are equal, think again. Some coins boast rare mint errors, tiny anomalies like doubled dies, repunched mint marks, or subtle design flaws that occurred during production. These errors don't diminish the coin's value, they multiply it, turning a beautiful dime into a one-of-a-kind treasure that collectors chase relentlessly. What makes this story even more electrifying is how many of these proof sets have been tucked away, forgotten in drawers, attics, or old collections. No one suspected that inside those pristine cases was a coin worth thousands, maybe even tens of thousands of dollars. This means your forgotten 1991 proof set might just be hiding the key to an incredible financial windfall. If you happen to find your 1991 Roosevelt dime proof coin, take a moment to examine it closely. Does the surface shine with a glass-like mirror finish? Are the raised images frosted and sharp without any signs of wear? If your dime fits this description, you might be holding a true gem. The next step is crucial. Get it professionally graded to authenticate its perfection and maximize its value. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for coins graded PR70 Deep Cameo, especially those from popular years like 1991. These coins have a loyal following, and the market for flawless examples is intense. Because when the supply is low and demand is high, prices skyrocket. Some of the finest 1991 Roosevelt Dimes from proof sets, graded PR70 Deep Cameo, have sold for as much as $2,700. But that's only the starting point. In rare and exceptional cases, where the coin is absolutely flawless and possibly features a sought-after error, prices have soared dramatically. One of these outstanding coins fetched an astounding $65,000 at auction. Yes, $65,000 for a single dime that originally cost just 10 cents. So, what does that mean for you? It means you need to check. That proof set you've stored away could contain a coin worth thousands. And if you're lucky, it might even be one of the rarest and most perfect Roosevelt dimes ever minted. Don't let this opportunity slip by. Take a closer look, get your coin graded, and you might just find yourself holding a tiny piece of history worth more than you ever imagined. Top 4. You won't believe how a simple dime from 1987 could be your ticket to an unbelievable fortune. That small American Roosevelt dime, tucked away in a proof set from the US Mint, might look like ordinary pocket change, but it holds secrets that could make you thousands, or even tens of thousands, of dollars richer. Back in 1987, the US Mint produced proof sets with incredible attention to detail, specially struck for collectors who understood the value of perfection. Unlike the everyday dimes that jingle in your pocket or spin in vending machines, these proof coins are crafted with multiple strikes using polished dies, creating a mirror-like finish that dazzles the eye. The raised details of President Roosevelt's profile and the torch on the reverse are frosted with precision, making the coin seem almost three-dimensional under light. The 1987 proof dime carries the S mint mark, showing it was minted in San Francisco, where the finest proof coins are made. But owning a 1987 proof dime isn't the whole story. Its real value depends on its condition, whether it's flawless enough to earn the highest grading from experts. Professional grading companies like PCGS and NGC scrutinize these coins, examining every inch for scratches, discolorations, or imperfections. The holy grail for collectors is a PR70 Deep Cameo grade, which means the coin is absolutely perfect, with deep mirrored backgrounds and sharp frosted images. When a 1987 Roosevelt dime achieves this, it becomes a prized collectible sought after by serious investors and enthusiasts alike. But here's where it gets even more exciting. Some 1987 proof dimes come with rare mint errors, things like doubled dies, repunched mint marks, or die cracks, that make them stand out even more. These mint errors are like hidden treasure maps for collectors, turning an already valuable coin into a rare find that can demand astronomical prices. Many of these proof sets, including the precious 1987 Roosevelt dime, have been forgotten in drawers, safes, or old collections for decades. People never expected that what looked like a simple dime could be a goldmine waiting to be discovered. This means your old proof set might be hiding a rare coin that could change your financial future overnight. If you get your hands on a 1987 Roosevelt dime proof coin, take a good look. Does the surface gleam like a polished mirror? Are the details perfectly frosted and crisp? No scratches, no blemishes, no cloudiness? If yes, you might be holding a genuine treasure. Getting the coin professionally graded and certified is the next essential step. A perfect grade will validate your coin's condition and skyrocket its market value. Serious collectors are constantly hunting for PR70 Deep Cameo 1987 Roosevelt dimes, and competition for these flawless coins is fierce. Proof dimes from 1987 graded in this top condition have sold for as much as $2,700. That's just the beginning. When you factor in rarity and mint errors, some have commanded jaw-dropping prices. There are documented sales where a pristine 1987 proof dime reached an astonishing $73,000 at auction. $73,000 for a 10-cent coin. So, what does this mean for you? It means that old proof set gathering dust could be a treasure chest. It means your 1987 Roosevelt dime might be worth more than you ever imagined. It means you need to look closer, get it graded, and possibly unlock a fortune hidden in plain sight. Don't let this opportunity slip away. Check your coins, protect their condition, and prepare for the moment your dime turns from change into a life-changing windfall. Top 5. Picture this: a tiny American Roosevelt dime from 1984, sitting quietly inside a proof set, its true value hidden beneath years of dust and neglect. At first glance, it might look like just another coin, but what if this small, shiny piece of metal was your golden ticket to an incredible fortune? What if that dime could be worth more than your monthly paycheck or even your car? Back in 1984, the U.S. Mint created proof sets that were designed to dazzle collectors. Unlike the everyday coins we use, these proof coins were struck with extraordinary care, polished dies, and multiple strikes to create a stunning mirror-like finish. Every detail, from Roosevelt's profile to the intricate torch and branches on the reverse, was sharply defined and frosted to perfection. This wasn't just currency, it was art minted in metal. The 1984 Roosevelt dime proof coin carries the S mint mark, meaning it was made in San Francisco, a place famous for minting some of the most beautiful and highly sought-after coins in the country. But what truly sets this dime apart is its condition. Only those coins that emerge flawless, without a single blemish or scratch, receive the prestigious PR70 Deep Cameo grade, the pinnacle of perfection in coin grading. Achieving this grade isn't easy. Grading companies like PCGS and NGC examine every nook and cranny of the coin under magnification to ensure it is pristine. A PR70 Deep Cameo 1984 dime doesn't just shine, it gleams with the kind of brilliance that can stop a room silent and start bidding wars at auction. But there's more. Sometimes, a coin from this year and set will feature a rare minting error, maybe a doubled die, a repunched mint mark, or an unexpected flaw caused during striking. These errors don't hurt the coin's value, they explode it. A flawless proof dime with a unique error? That's the holy grail that collectors drool over. What makes this story even more exciting is how many of these proof sets have been tucked away for decades, forgotten in drawers, safes, or old collections. People never imagined that the small 1984 dime inside could hold such immense value, waiting patiently for the right eyes to discover it. If you have one, examine it closely. Does the surface reflect like glass? Are the raised details crisply frosted? No scratches, no marks, no dullness? If so, this dime could be a true treasure. Your next move is crucial. Get it professionally graded to confirm its condition and unlock its true market potential. Collectors are always on the hunt for perfect PR70 Deep Cameo examples, especially from classic years like 1984. Because when demand is high and supply is extremely limited, prices don't just rise, they skyrocket. These stunning 1984 proof dimes, when graded at the absolute top, have been known to sell for as much as $2,700. But that's just the starting point. In extraordinary cases where condition and rarity combine perfectly, prices have surged to a jaw-dropping $78,000. $78,000 for a single dime minted over 30 years ago. What does this mean for you? It means you need to dig out those old proof sets, examine your 1984 Roosevelt dime, and take the chance that you could be sitting on a small coin with an enormous fortune inside. This is your moment to turn a tiny piece of metal into a massive payday. Don't wait. The treasure is out there, hidden in plain sight, and it might just be in your hands.